What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the Rewatch channel. Before we get started, I would just like to thank y'all for all the love and support you guys showed on our last video. If you enjoyed our content, remember to hit that like and subscribe button. Let's get into it.
Alright, so 2 days ago we figured out what the All-Star lineups for the 2021 All-Star Game are going to look like. Team LeBron and Team Kevin Durant drafted their respective teams. And as with any All-Star draft, or any draft in general for that matter, there are going to be some controversies among the picks. Some people think Team LeBron is better. Some people think Team Kevin Durant is better. So what we're going to do today is we're going to share our thoughts and opinions about this All-Star draft first. And we thought it'd be kind of cool if we sort of did our own draft to make our own dream teams, if you will. So first, we'll share our thoughts about Team LeBron's draft, and then we'll switch it up and talk about Team Kevin Durant. So starting off with Team LeBron, one thing that I think a lot of people noticed immediately, and I think a lot of people didn't appreciate this, was that he drafted a bunch of guards super early in the reserves draft. He started off with Dame Lillard, and I'm not mad about that pick at all because Dame Lillard is straight balling this season, and I think a lot of people did expect him to be a starter, so I'm not mad about that pick. But then he followed it up with Ben Simmons and CP3. And drafting a lot of guards usually translates to lackluster defense. I understand he did draft Ben Simmons, who's making a strong case for Defensive Player of the Year. But that does translate onto my next point, which is his lackluster defense. I mean, even in his starters, he's got Luka Doncic, who's not known for his defense, Steph Curry, who's not known for his defense, Nikola Jokic, who's also not known for his defense. LeBron, of course, he has LeBron. LeBron is a pretty good defensive threat, but he is getting old. I mean, he's 36. He's slowing down a little bit. But then he does have Giannis Antetokounmpo, who is a former Defensive Player of the Year and brings a strong defensive player to that starting lineup. And then I think a lot of people also didn't like that he missed out on a bunch of first-time All-Stars, like Zach LaVine, like Zion Williamson. He did end up drafting Jaylen Brown, so that's pretty cool. But a lot of these first-time All-Stars are the underdogs, if you will, and I think a lot of people are rooting for them in the All-Star game. And, like, I think a lot of people didn't like that he missed out on a lot of them, like Zach LaVine, Zion Williamson. I think a lot of fans expected him to pick up either one of those two. And then, like I already mentioned, he did draft a lot of guards, which leads to lackluster defense. So I don't think he has much depth when it comes to the reserves. I think Team Kevin Durant did a much better job of having a lot of team depth and keeping the team balanced. He's got offense, he's got defense. So yeah, that's my thoughts on Team LeBron. Let's go over to Team Kevin Durant.
So with Team KD, first we have to address Devin Booker's injury. Devin Booker is dealing with an injury in his hip. I'm pretty sure. I actually do not know. I have to fact check this. But so instead, they got Mike Conley. Although I am happy for Mike Conley, he is honestly probably the best player to never make an All-Star team until now. I still wouldn't take him over someone like Devin Booker, and I wouldn't take him with the second pick in the reserves. He's only averaging 16 points with it, which is the only player under 20 points averaging per game on KD's team. Next, we have KD's starting lineup troubles. Honestly, if you look at LeBron's starting lineup, it literally looks like a god squad. But the problem with Kevin Durant is he does have defense with Kawhi Leonard and Joel Embiid. And of course, he had to take Kyrie Irving because he wants to keep that Brooklyn Nets team together. I still think his team could have been built better if he didn't take Kawhi. But Kawhi is the reigning All-Star MVP, so I understand that pick. He had to get Bradley Beal and Jason Tatum because they were the last two left on the board, and KD is dealing with an injury, so he will not be playing for Team KD this year. Next, we have KD's team is more Showtime. They have players like Kyrie Irving, who does like insane layups, which are like fun to watch as a fan. We have James Harden with his step backs. Zach LaVine and Zion Williamson are very good in-game dunkers. And remember, Zach LaVine has won the dunk contest. And so this team overall, as a fan, is probably going to be more fun to watch than LeBron's. KD did take a risk, though, with choosing 3 first-time All-Stars. He selected Zach LaVine, Zion Williamson, and Julius Randle. I understand why. It's because these players are balling out. Zion's averaging 26. Julius Randle is averaging 23, and Zach LaVine's averaging 29. But experience might play a factor in late game situations if the game is close. That's all I have. Let's move on to the All-Star mock draft. Remember, this is how we think it should have played out, not how the players would have picked it, or the captains.
All right, so I've pulled up the draft board here, and as you can see, we have the starters and reserves. So it's pretty simple. I'm going to be representing Team LeBron, and my friend's going to be representing Team Kevin Durant. The same rules as the normal draft apply, so I get the first pick of the starters, and he gets the first pick of the reserves. Team KD will also get the last 2 starters on the board automatically after Team LeBron has picked their 4 picks. Let's get started. So with my first pick in the 2021 All-Star Draft, of course, I'm going to be going with the 2-time reigning MVP, the African brother. Welcome to the team, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and yes, I can pronounce his last name right.
That's a great pick.
So with my first pick, I'm going to go with the player that has come off of injury and has been insane, Steph Curry.
All right, so my second pick in the starters draft, I'm going to switch it up. We're going to go for defense. Kawhi Leonard, welcome to the team.
With my second pick, I'm going to take Joel Embiid. Might be the MVP this year. Who knows? He's one of the African brothers, too. You got to remember.
All right, so with my third pick in the first round, the starters draft, of course, I'm going with Dallas's very own Luka Doncic. Welcome to the squad.
Man, I wanted him.
All right, you're up.
So with my third pick in the first round, I'm going to take Kyrie Irving, the master at crafting insane layups.
All right. Well, I need a big man, so I'm going, of course, with the Joker, Nikola Jokic. Welcome to the squad.
That means I have to take Jason Tatum and Bradley Beal. Bradley Beal is the scoring leader right now, so that's not bad.
Oh, this is very similar to the normal draft. These two were
the real one. Yep.
Yeah. We're left there too. All right, wait, this is bugging me. It's not even. All right. So you get the first pick of the reserves. So go ahead.
So with my first pick in the reserves, I am gonna go with KD's selection and take James Harden.
All right. The beard. With my first pick of the reserves, I really like this pick that LeBron made, so I'm gonna go with Dame Lillard.
Ooh, I was hoping you forgot about him. Okay, with my second pick of the reserves, I'm gonna go with. We already picked up a shooting guard, so I'll go with first-time All-Star Zion Williamson.
All right, so with my second pick of the reserves, I'm gonna have to think about this one a little bit. I'm gonna go. Let's go with Zach LaVine, first-time All-Star, Chicago's very young.
Okay, so with my third pick, I need some playmaking. I need some defense. So I'm going to take the best defensive point guard in the league, Ben Simmons.
Oh, that's a good pick. All right, so with this is my third pick, right? Yeah, with my third pick of the reserves, I'm gonna go for Um, let's go with DeMontis Sabonis. Welcome to the squad.
Interesting pick. I mean, you do need the big man,
Yeah,
so I understand why you would do that. Uh, with my fourth pick in the reserves, I'm gonna take. Ooh, I'm trying to think about this one. Why not? Let's take Donovan Mitchell.
I don't think anyone
Surprising.
expected him to go that low. But now I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go for a backup center. We're gonna run DeMontis Sabonis at the 4. I'm looking for a center that has size, brings a dominant rebounding presence to the squad, and a center that can actually play offense. So Nikola Vucevic, welcome to the squad.
Vucevic. Ooh, by your description, I thought you were going with Rudy Gobert, just like LeBron. We thought he was going with Rudy Gobert, but then he selected DeMontis Sabonis. Ooh, okay. Um, I know this is Flight's most hated player, but he is a two-time DPOY and is a big man, so I'm gonna take Rudy Gobert.
I'm surprised by that pick. I did not think he was going that early. All right. If I can run that. All right, there it is. All right. Well, one thing I didn't like about LeBron's squad was that he didn't have much defense. I mean, he did draft Chris Paul pretty early because they are buddies. I'm not best friends with Chris Paul, so I'm not obligated to pick him. We're gonna go with Paul George.
Oh, Paul George. Okay. I think I need personally another dominant big man. First time All Star, the Knicks carrying the Knicks right now. Julius Randle.
All right. Well, I think I know how this is gonna play out. So, um, I'm gonna bring more defense to the squad, but he can also score. Jaylen Brown, first time
Okay.
All-Star.
And sorry, Mike Conley, but I have to go with CP3's playmaking ability and his off-ball defense here. So I'm gonna take Chris Paul. He is basically the only small guard besides Steph Curry on my team.
All right, so that leaves me with no option but to go with Mike Conley, first time All-Star after 14 seasons in the league. I sort of knew that was going to be how it played out, but nonetheless, welcome to Team Mike Conley. So that'll wrap it up for our All-Star mock draft, if you will. Hope y'all enjoyed. If you guys did enjoy, please smash that like button and subscribe. Thanks for watching. See you next time.